Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I am Daft Canuck and today we're going to be playing some more Timberborn as 1.0 has finally released. For as many of you probably already know, we've already been playing the experimental branch of Timberborn, which was the 1.0 update, but figured let's go ahead and give it a go and play some more and see what we can get up to with the beavers. So first up, let's go ahead and choose our faction. Do I want to do folk tales this time or do I want to do Iron Teeth? Trying to think of like their things I like that are different about them. So like with the Iron Teeth, you need berries and water, and then you like grow more beavers in a vat. Whereas folktales, you just build more houses and then they breed. But also their like fast travel around the map is zip lines, which is slower than the Iron Teeths, but the Iron Teeths takes more resources and time to build their stuff. I feel like I want to go with the Iron Teeth though this time around. Let's do it. Let's do Iron Teeth this time. Now I don't remember them saying there was going to be any new maps with the 1.0 release, but that's okay. We'll just take a look and see what one we want to play today. Let's see, we got Cliffside. Thinking of one of the smaller ones, not one of the giant ones this time. What do we got? What do we got? Easy maps, Cliffside, craters. Big. Got meander. Could do that one. Try to envision in my mind what I'd want to actually do in the map itself before I start playing it. Change. You know what? I've done terraces in a while. I mean, it's a bigger map, and I said I wasn't going to play a bigger map, but I mean, terraces I haven't done in a while. Tried doing pressure on hard not long ago, and boy, did that ever end quickly. That was not a good time. Not a good time at all. I'm not trying to show. I think I did. Oh yeah, tried spillage as well recently. That one didn't go well either because there's like mines that end up blowing up and just spilling bad water everywhere. You have like, I think like 7 or 8 cycles before they start exploding. Was not a good time. I think that was spillage anyways. Unless that was pressure, but I thought it was spillage. Maybe it was pressure. I don't remember anymore, but Oasis also was not a good time. That one there is just, you only have that little source of water in the middle, and then bad tide comes, and then your entire source of water is gone. And on hard mode, if you get a very, very early bad tide, that is really bad. And you can still pump the existing water out of there, but then you end up with like less of it just because the bad water is mixing in with it, and it's also slower to get it all out. And then it poisons the ground around it, killing off all your plants. You know, let's go with terraces. I'm pretty sure in this one you start really high up here, and you got to work your way back down. We'll do that one. And as usual, we're going to go on hard mode. You got to go on hard mode, right? You only got to go on hard mode if you're getting bored of the normal mode. What are we going to call our settlement? Oof. Decisions. What to name the settlement? Does Chad have any ideas for names? How about... I'm gonna be real creative here, and it's terrace, but with an A at the end, so it's Gracia. Look at that. I'm clever something, you know. Probably not, but whatever. let's go with it. I always like to pause right away whenever we start the game, just because time is limited. We're on hard mode. You don't want that time to keep on flowing when you've got limited amount of time to get all your resources and everything before the first drought and or bad tide comes. But I don't think they'll give you a bad tide until the second or third cycle. After the second or third cycle anyways. All right, so on this map here, we have a source of water right over here. These two little water sources. Then there is another water source down under here. Oh, and looks like one. Is there one more? Where's this one at? Oh, down in here probably. Let's go look. Cave exploring, cave exploring. Yes, so there is another set of water sources underneath here. Oh, and there's another one up here. Underneath there. All right. Good to know for future, for setting up other settlements. So, need to get some roads set up because they won't work without roads. Rather, they won't go to build things without roads. First step, we're going to have to build the things that we do not need any wood for, which is our gathering flag. Build a couple of those. We're going to need our wood gathering flags. Increase this to 2 more workers. Just that way we can have 4 people working on building things. Alright. So, as you can see right now, they're like, hey, we got nothing to do. Oh, that's because we never actually set the cut range. What areas they're going to cut. If you do that, they will not cut your trees down. Good to know when you want to grow some chestnut trees or maple trees, or when you want the pine trees to start giving you the pine resin. Your gatherers, though, they will just start gathering whatever's in their range, as long as it's one of the gatherable items, such as berries. And for these guys, they get coffee bushes. The other guys, they get dandelions, specifically for making the antidote for when they get sick from the bad water. All right, so what are we up to? We're up to 24 logs. So we're going to need to get our water set up. Here and one here. Let's get 2 set up right off the bat. My reasoning for that is so that way we can get a lot of water pumped out. Because we're only going to have so many days before the first drought ends up coming. They can sleep on the ground for now. That's okay. They are hardy little beavers. Okay, so you can see this one's done, but no one's working in it. That's because everyone is busy and the kids haven't grown up yet. So we're going to go ahead and reduce this by 1 to get someone here. And then when this is done, we'll reduce it by another 1 so we can get another guy working. Yeah, because we're going to have less to be building. And we're going to go ahead and get some storage set up because we want to get the water, start getting the water stored. 9. So right now that'll be 120. That would be 200. That'd be what, 220? Oh, no, 210. What am I saying? 220. 210. Okay, these guys are full. So, little thing I like to do with this, like I can build the storage. Small warehouses only takes 3 logs, but it's still 3 logs. We're not filled up on that. And I want the logs to get used for the stuff down here. So instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to food and we're gonna build more gatherer flags. Each gatherer flag can store 20 food. Let's just go ahead and pause some of these because I want to get these built right off the bat. Because now that once it's done, we pause this one. Now he's working there. He can go gather the other berries. Same with this one. Unpause that and let him go build there. now we can keep on storing all of our food at the actual flags. We'll switch that up eventually, though. Want water in here. You can do the same thing with your lumberjack flags as well. Just because, it'll take you 12 of your wood to get that built. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're limited on how many trees you have at the start of the game, it is a bit much. Wood and build some more lumberjack flags. That'd be 120 wood right there. Pause you. Pause that one. That way they can get those 3 built right off the bat. Oh, look at that. Somebody went and moved over here. Pause this one and this one, though. Basically, I think one of the little ones grew up, and now he's working over here. Oh no, actually no, that was our lumberjack. What am I thinking? You know what? That's actually fine. He can work there for now. Okay, so we got that. So let's go back down to 2. But pause that. Get as many trees chopped as we can right now. Some more water going, or at least some more storage for it. Now, if you really wanted to save on water, or not water, on lumber, you could actually build more deep water pumps, just whatever pump you have, because it only takes 12 wood to build it, whereas a small tank takes 15. So you'd save yourself 3 wood on each, but you're also losing like half the storage space because you can only store 15 water in the pump itself. Other thing we're going to want to get set up, once we get the water all nicely set up and it's good to go. By the way, you can select something like this, and if whatever setting it has here, push Control V, and then you can go ahead and paste it on your other stuff. Now all of those will also be set to water. Let's get the other stuff on paused. Get these beavers working. You guys, okay. You open. A little bit of min-maxing at the beginning. A little bit of making sure to roll every little aspect of our beavers' lives here, but we need to do what we can. Droughts and the bad tides do not care if we're prepared or not. It will continuously get harder and harder. Probably going to do here, that I've done quite a bit in the past, is where I build this up, at least so it can match to here. Too higher. Actually build a dam here, but yeah. So yeah, we'd build basically not dams here, but we'd build levees along here. Bring them all the way to the end, and then once we get to the end, we put some double or even triple floodgates over here. That way we can store water in this nice section here. Excuse me. The other thing that we can do is right over here and right here. We put some floodgates in here, and then some triple floodgates over here. We'll need 2 of them since there's only 2 sources. So put 2 triple floodgates there, and then up top we can just put these 2 single floodgates up here. And what that's going to let us do is have a way to divert all the bad water during a bad tide. It'll just harmlessly fall down here. It'll kill whatever trees we plant around it, but better than everything else that we have getting completely polluted with bad water. right, there we go. How are you guys doing? Essentially full. They're full. Look at that, they already filled up on all of it. Gather flags. So we get the rest of these blueberries. All the blueberries. What you got? Empty. What? Don't need you here or here. Not right now. Not right now, anyways. We have 124 berries. We're also going to need to get food started soon, and that means we're going to need to build a farmhouse. Build it around here. The reason for that, I'm going to grow in this area over here. I will eventually grow over here too, but I think for the first one, I'm just going to do right in this area. Robbie started over here. So actually, let's get a road placed first. Usually forget to do that. And then I go to build over here and I go, crap, I've got to remove all my crops. Or at least a bunch of them. Robbie going. Now, I'm going to avoid doing right here just to prep for a future where I end up having levees there. Definitely go in between the bushes. That should be enough kohlrabi to get them started. Two out of here. Did they fill up yet? Pretty good on the wood. We are going to need to start getting, our next thing we're going to need to start getting is a inventor, just so we can start getting those research points. We can start learning to plant our own tree. But enter somewhere like over here. Somewhere out of the way. Be an old hermit living at the edge of the mountain. Or plateau or whatever. He can enjoy himself over there. Not too much. Oh, drought is approaching. We got ourselves 146 water so far. That's good. We got 3 more days till the actual drought. Oh. I think we could do... Go ahead, we can go ahead and throw a couple dams down. It'll take 40 of our wood, but at the very least, we'll be able to block in more of this water. So we can continue growing plants during the drought. Dams in this game definitely not as efficient as using levees for solid blocks. A lot less wood is required. Or even for floodgates. Because a single floodgate is only 15 wood, although 5 of it does have to be planks, but it's still only 15 logs versus 20 logs. Well, we got our first science point. Rich now. We are once we start getting the kohlrabi harvested, then we'll start growing our population a bit. Because if we don't, then we're gonna start losing population, and we could end up in a bit of a downward spiral to death. Excuse me. Roads built over here. They have a way through. A very good way, anyways. I'm just prepping so that way when we go to build, we'll actually be able to build. Well, go. Now we're covered pretty much everywhere except for right here. That we can just here, and now we're good. Okay, so you beavers can be paused. Actually, there's no more berries, so it don't need to work anywhere here. You guys are full on wood there. Pause them. Pause. Unpause, unpause, unpause. And unpause. We'll go chop down the trees. So, our breeding pods are under housing. Like I said, all we need is blueberries and water. It will just continuously grow babies. You can also get the advanced breeding pod eventually, which needs berries and extract, which you create from bad water. And then you can actually just grow adults. Like they grow all the way to adulthood, and they just burst out ready to work. They burst out. That's my own headcanon, where they actually just they burst out of it like a chest burster, but beavers through wood. Get 2 of these set up. Ooh, look at that. Our kohlrabi is starting to come in. Okay, so I'm gonna want them just set to harvest right now. Oh, drought has begun, but as you can see, we still have lovely, lovely water. You guys got nothing to do because there's not really that many trees available. Let's just leave a couple of guys here. Actually, let's just leave the one. We'll leave one. 150 wood. Go ahead and get another inventor. And I'm going to pause these guys for now just because I don't want them draining all the water out of here. Since we have like 200 drinking water, I'm pretty sure that'll be enough for all 13 beavers to last the 4.6 days. Excuse me. All right. So one of our first things we're going to want to get with this inventor setup. I definitely want to get set up with a forester as soon as possible. Oh, we got 30 points. We got it. All right, let's do that. Because we're going to really, really need these trees to start growing like now, yesterday. Go over here, I think. I'm going to focus on this area here to reduce the amount that I lose when a bad tide eventually comes. As you can see, the plants, planting trees and bushes is done by the forester. I can't build a forest yet anyways because I need planks. Although we will get that set up in a moment. But they also do the coffee bushes, blueberry bushes, birch trees, pine trees, mangrove trees, which you grow directly in the water. Get mangrove fruits. And oak trees. Oak trees are your best bet for having long-term sustained wood. That's just due to how fast the speed at which the trees grow and how much wood you get. It might seem like a lot for like a lot of days for only 8 pieces of wood. However, when you look at the other options, your fastest growing tree takes 7 days and you only get one. All right, well, go ahead, multiply that by 8, and tell me if that's better or worse than 30. And then you got your pine trees, you only get two, so you have to multiply that the days by 4. Again, that's more than 30, so you're not getting, it's not as efficient. Mangroves are a little bit better than the pine trees for getting wood, but why waste your time growing mangroves for wood when they grow you food? So birch, good to do if you are going to need wood like ASAP, or you want to be able to get more wood while you're it's like to start getting you more wood while you're waiting for the oak trees to grow. It wouldn't then it's not bad to like do a small section of them. But if you're gonna do like that, you might as well just go with pine trees. Like grow a section of pine trees, get them going, and then that way when your oaks are half done, your pine trees will be ready. And then once you're done chopping down your pine trees, you should be ready to start getting oak trees and then taking out the pine trees and only doing oaks over there. Get some stuff planted. Again, they're not going to plant it yet because I don't have the planks needed over here. But I'm going to set up the area. All right, so to get planks, the industrial lumber mill, already unlocked for us, takes 20 pieces of wood. Now, uh, if you want power that doesn't need any beavers to actually create it, then you would put in water wheels. These guys get compact water wheels, which are half the size of the water wheels that the folktails get, but they also generate less power. Then they get the large water wheel, which, as you can see, you actually need to place on top of stuff and then into the water to get it to work. It produces a lot of water, or a lot of water. A lot of water produces. No, it produces a lot of horsepower in comparison to other stuff. But the other thing that these guys get, yeah, their manual power source. Like the folktails, they get like the hamster wheel. Basically, they run on that to generate power. These guys, they'll set up to 4 guys on it, and they just push all in a circle. And if you have all 4 of them on it, then you get more power. If you only have one, you get less. You can actually assign different numbers of beavers there based on how many buildings you actually have. I think you get like, what do you get, like 70, was it 75? 75 power? Yeah, 75 power per beaver, which is actually more efficient, like beaver to power wise, than the power wheel that the folktails get, because the folktails one only does 50, although it takes up a lot less space. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. So let's set up. I don't want to set. I'll eventually rework everything so that it's regenerating power differently, and by differently I mean the steam engine. Throw water and wood in there, and bam, you get yourself 400 horsepower, and also gravity batteries, which are also lovely. Now, one thing I like better with the folktails is their wind power, because you set the gravity batteries up with wind power, and like as long as you've got the right amount of windmills, then during the day, and as long as you have this up high enough, so like if you put, oh, I don't know science, if you put this over here, it's you're going to generate a lot of power. You're going to have a lot of power that's stored up. As it says there, it's 2,000 horsepower hours per m, which would be meters, and 1 meter is 1 square in the game. So if you've got 10 open spaces below, like, so as you can see, it's what, up by 2 on its own, or is that 3? It might be up by 3 on its own, so it would generate is it 2 or 3? Okay, no, it's got 3 spaces below it normally, so that's like 6,000 power that you can store just by putting it like right here. But put it over here, and I don't know how many spaces that is, but say it's 10 spaces. Well, now you've got 20,000 horsepower hours stored, and it comes already charged up because it's sitting at the top once you start it off, and it generates power by lowering the container with all the rocks in it, gets lowered down, which spins all their gears. And then when you charge back up with your other sources like large power wheel or something, or like your compact water wheel, then it pulls it back up, and then once you shut that stuff off, it starts going back down. With the wind power, yeah, you get enough of those set up, and then during the day it doesn't matter if you have a deficit, because it'll just use your battery power, and then at night, as long as the windmills are going, they're just going to recharge your batteries. With these guys though, you get steam engines, and I haven't played around with automation yet to see if I've played with some automation, just I haven't really looked at it to see if there's anything based on power. Is there one based on, oh, right there, power meter. So yeah, you could technically set the power meter up along with the steam engine and set it up so that it shuts the steam engine off. Maybe once the gravity batteries have got enough in it. I'll have to play around with that later. Also, when did they must have added screws with the 1.0 update, because they didn't have that. I don't remember seeing that anyways in the experimental branch. Metal smelter. Yep, there we go. Metalsmith. Metal parts with scrap metal. I don't remember seeing bolts like that. All right, whatever. Is what is. Let's just get our stuff set up. So power. We're going to start off with the power wheel. Actually, how that? Put you there. Large power wheel. Yeah, you've just got to make sure that one of those 3 sides is connected to a building. And as you can see, it's the other 2 buildings are highlighted, meaning that power is being transferred between the first one here, and then it'll get transferred to this one. Then as you connect more buildings to it, they also are transmitting the power. Put you here. And then this over here. I'm leaving a space here just so for the future we can actually put in power shafts, specifically vertical ones, go up and then over and then back down to connect to anything over here as needed. Or we just build more power stuff over here, or things that need power over here. Pause that for now. Let this go. Start getting them things that make them happy eventually. Not yet. Another beaver working over here because some more trees have come. There. Okay, unpause that. It takes 50 logs to build this, but much needed expense that we can get planks to build the forester. Now, you can build storage for your planks. It's the same type of storage, the industrial pile that you would use for logs. I tend to not build any industrial piles for planks until I have a very good supply of trees. And the reasoning for that is because they're going to keep taking your logs and turning them into planks. They don't care if you want them to or not. If they have open space, they're going to keep making, and they got power, they're going to keep making planks. So this at least limits us to 13 planks. Out there. Okay, so pause you again. Leave the other guy there in case something pops up. Probably going to want to get another one of these set up so we can have 2 of them planting while 2 of them are harvesting. Make this go faster. Right, let's wait for these to get built first. Our breeding process is about a quarter of the way done for both. And look, you can see the little baby beavers just floating in blueberry juice. Because that's how baby beavers are made. You grow them in a vat with blueberry juice. Watered down blueberry juice, but blueberry juice all the same. Okay, we don't actually need 2 of them here. We only need 1 because 75 is produced by him. 75 is used by our industrial lumber mill. The industrial lumber mill is different than the one that the folktales get, because folktales get just a regular lumber mill, which only has 1 person working in it. We don't need 2 guys working here, so we'll get rid of that. And let's go ahead and get another farmhouse built. Did that? Yep. A farmhouse, another one built. And that will let me have these guys dedicated to planting, so they'll follow behind these guys and plant while they harvest stuff. Helps to ensure that we actually have a continuous supply. 2.5 days left. We've only blown through about half our water, and we are still good on food. And it hasn't all evaporated yet. Oh yeah, the other nice thing with the Iron Teeth over the Folktales is their water pump. Because it's deep. It goes down to 6 meters. So it can go down 6 tiles. Whereas the Folktales, theirs can only go down, I think, 2. They do get a larger pump, though, which these guys do not get a larger pump. Kind of sucks, but is what it is. The larger pump employs a couple of beavers, but like gives you the output of like 3 of these things here. Or is it more than that? It might be more than that, but whatever, it doesn't matter. You've used less beavers to get more water. But even those ones can only go down 5 deep. So these guys can build like just gigantic reservoirs and still be able to get the water out of it from the bottom. Which can be quite nice. Get him down to 1. As you can see, when he's not building anything, he doesn't do anything. He just sits on his butt. His lazy laser beaver butt. And if we really wanted to, we can pause that and unpause one of these. So, these guys are done building that. But we got our stuff over here. I don't think we have anything else right now that requires planks. Fermenter will be nice to get, so we can start growing some. We can grow some cassava, start fermenting that. We need to get some. Which one is it? So if we want to get fermented soybeans, we also need to grow canola. We can get canola oil. The corn and the eggplants, though, those need something else. What do they need? They need the food factory to turn them into rations. Then there's the hydroponic garden. I did make one of these in a previous game. It was actually quite nice because you just plop this down. They throw 40 water in for mushrooms, and then they get 45 mushrooms out of it. As far as I'm aware, they don't just keep adding water to it. It's just a straight up, here's 40 water, and in 192 hours, we will have 45 mushrooms. And then the other one is algae, which you can grow to turn into algae rations. Whereas the mushrooms you put into the fermenter, and within 2 hours, 4 mushrooms become 16 fermented mushrooms. So, very, very nice. Oh, we got some more berries over here, so let's unpause. We'll pause one of these guys. Once that tree has been chopped, we'll pause him too, and get the other berries opened back up. And you know what? We can actually pause you guys and you guys because we don't really need all the planks right now. Go forth, get me berries. All right, that'll work. I will build them houses eventually and make them nice and cozy. This stream said we're going to make them a beaver paradise, but they got to put the work in first. I want the paradise, they have to live through my dystopia first. The waters, they have returned! So, with that, we are going to need to actually pause a couple of these. Yep. So we can get water going again. And actually, you know what, we're going to pause one of these as well and turn that back on because the other trees have grown. Actually, let's go here. More trees in here. So that amount of water was good for that drought that we just had. The next drought we're going to have, it probably won't be enough. So we're going to need to get more small tanks built prior to that. And might even want to get another one of these built, actually. We got to be careful with our wood because we don't have a ton. Like I said, though, we can build some, like, grow some pine trees over here. For some fast growers, that'll get us enough wood to get by. And on the flip side, if we don't end up needing all of them, or needing to chop down all of them, we can turn them into, or we can just let them keep growing and get resin out of them. Or treated planks. The waters have returned! As you can see, when it first comes out, it actually ends up being too much for the space. Because I believe they get more power, like, more pressure out of them whenever they first start up. It helps refill everything faster. But that also ends up sometimes causing floods. Oh, and neat thing with the power and whatnot, right? So there is a way to set up your water wheels to generate infinite power. Well, it wouldn't work in real life. It works in the game. Because you can set it up to have like your compact water wheels or even large water wheels in a like an aqueduct system. And then you go ahead and you use your mechanical fluid pump, and you pump from the bottom, and like let's say it's like here, and you've got like a setup going along this way, and imagine, if you will, that it's not just flat on the ground. It's going up by like one or something every so often, right? So until it gets up higher into the air, that way it's always flowing down. Then you have your pump set up so that it's draining the water back out of it and then dropping it back on the top. So that way it's constantly just going in a loop. And then it's spinning the water wheels and generating more than enough power to power your water pump. But it's also generating enough power to do other things, like your lumber mills and other things. Well, that does not work in real life. It does work here. It cannot work in real life. That's okay. I'm going to tell this guy to prioritize the pine trees for now, because that's enough just to get us started on oaks. I mean, even 10 of these things is 80 wood. Oh, got another pine tree ready. Pause that. Pause that. Actually, we can probably get rid of one of these guys. I don't think we need him there. Oh, we did lose two. We did lose two people to old age, it looks like. Yep. I can't pronounce that name. Ziataji? Ziatagie? And Kinguth. No, not even Kingeth. We'll call him Kingeth. The Kingeth comes. No, the Kingeth has died of old age. Long live the Kingeth. Oh, also, as you can see, they can only store 50 kohlrabies each. That's going to need to get rectified with a medium warehouse. We could store 200 of them. That over here. Turn you back on and get... We'll fire you for now. You can go do that. Get that built. Or kohlrabies. Where are they at? Where are they at? Over there. We're up to 200 science points. Now the next important things. Want levees. But I also am going to need floodgates. And I can't get the valves yet because I need metal for those. Although they're quite nice. The fill valve versus throttling valve. So fill valve is like the old sluice that they used to have. You put it in and you can tell it, okay, keep on letting water out until the water level on the other side is at a certain height, which is good for filling up a reservoir. Your throttling valve, though, is better in instances like this, where you want them to be letting water through constantly. But you can also set them up with automation so that they shut off to prevent to like store a certain amount of water and then turn on whenever certain conditions are met. Like, oh, turn this on when the water level gets to this specific point behind you, and then it will open up and then let water through. Or you can set it up so that it's detecting for contamination, and it's like, oh, you detect 1% contamination, sweet, dump everything off to this side. Like, you can open 2 over here and then close the ones that are over here. Automation does work as well for the floodgates, though. I don't think it does not. Oh, I forgot to set that one to cut. Yeah, you got nothing to do, so you can go ahead and get to work. Well, do we have anything to work on? Not really. Okay, pause that and turn that on. A lot of micromanaging, like I said early on in the game. Long till this tree is done. That tree is close to done, maybe another day or two. Oh, we'll get these going. They can collect all those lovely berries. Yeah, I thought I had 2 people available. Alright, whatever. I guess I had 1. Good enough. Alright. You know, we'll unlock levies first, or... Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll do the levies first. Oh, drought. We have 3 days before the drought hits. We only have 187 water stored up. Actually, we really need to get some more water going. So one of you working there. There. Let's get some more water storage set up. This one's going to be longer than the last one. And we don't want to run out. You know what? You can get paused for now. There's enough food over there. As you can see, we do have 2 babies that were born from the breeding pods. And we're almost close to getting 2 more babies. Good selected. Go Control V. There we go. Here's your access. So you'll notice that there's a productivity percentage on here. The productivity percentage is based on the uptime of their like workplace. So every time they have to leave the workplace to go and store the water, it's gonna like drop the productivity. So to fix something like that, that's when you get a hauling post. Normally, for me, a hauling post is just something that I build and then set to a low priority. And then that way they only come into here when there's no other jobs available. It is a pretty important job, but not as important as, say, growing food or pumping out the water. that'll be done tomorrow. And once that's done, we'll take him out of the tree cutting business. 99 on. All right, so we got those three all set up. So how much wood do we have left? We got 15 logs. We have enough. We could build one more of those. I'm not going to. I think that should be enough to survive the next drought. He's done there, so let's go ahead and pause him. He can go pick some berries. And so can they. Oh, yours is full. Don't go there. Is there an empty one? No, go there. And there we go. We got 4 babies now. So after this cycle, we're probably going to want to get another pump set up. Get our water stored even faster. Just because on hard mode, as you go on, the cycles become shorter and shorter. Cycles are how many days you have until the next drought. Or bad water. Or, sorry, bad tide. Oh, wasn't this green before? Oh, you know what? I think it was green when there was water in here. Well, no, there's still water there. Maybe it was green when it was, like, at high pressure. All right, we'll remove that then. There's green there. That'll grow. Yeah, once we put some levees around here and set it up so that we have a discharge area over here, for the most part, this will end up being filled up with water, which means that we'll be able to grow stuff back here too. Look at that. I don't think that was one of our trees. I think that was one that was already growing. It can hang out there for the moment. Our water's filled up. Good. You are done there, so we'll get you over here to chop some trees. At least that one there that grew. Another thing you could technically do on this map is you could actually like close this off with levees and then make it go down and around here and just build this up pretty high, and then this like whole area could be one big storage tank, and then you could have it drop off into this into the river over here. A lot of things you can do in this game. Just got to think about how you want it to how you want the water to flow, what areas you want to turn green. You don't have to turn all the areas green, but if you get close to the end game, you might want to try something like, hey, let's just make everything green. Let's just try to get everything green. Let's cap all the bad water sources. Let's have grass growing everywhere. Yeah, I want to check their monuments. What's their ones? Earth Repopulator. Okay, that's cool. So the final one for Oaktails is a like seed distributor. It launches seeds out into the atmosphere to spread them across the planet. Whereas these guys get the Earth Repopulator. It look like so literally it is a ballista that is launching beavers with gliders to go and repopulate the world. Wonderful. There's no way that could go wrong. Yeah, with everything we've had to build, you see why I haven't built any houses yet, though? It's because, like, sure, I could build this, but it takes 40 wood to build the barracks, which lets 10 of them sleep in it. Now, I prefer the row houses myself because they're slim but tall. We can fit more of them into a small space. But as you can see, it's 8 inhabitants for 35 wood. I'm pretty sure the barracks is still better wood-wise, but space-wise, because you're using vertical space instead of horizontal space, I think you've got a better deal going on. And the regular row houses are only 5, but for 20. So that is just the exact same as the barrack. You get 5 inhabitants, 40 wood. So, or sorry, 10 inhabitants for 40 wood, which is 5 for 20. This one here is 5 for 20. Now, is this the same as this, though? Okay, yeah, and there you go. So it actually is. The large barrack has 16 inhabitants for 70 wood, whereas the large row house has 8 inhabitants for 35 wood. So half the inhabitants and half the wood. Now, I believe the barrack is still more wood efficient than the large barrack. However, the large barrack, you're literally just adding on what, like six spaces, so 3 horizontal spaces on the back at the bottom, and then 3 more on top of that, and then that ends up getting you the extra 6 sleeping spots. I believe per like tile that you use, that's more efficient than the barrack. It's just not more wood efficient. But once you're growing enough trees, wood efficiency doesn't matter anymore. Like you'll get to the point where you've got thousands and thousands of logs stored up across the map. We can, let's pause them. I don't lose all the water out of here yet. So, too far. Yeah, that should still last us. So, we don't need you here. Turn that back on. Oh, we have got 6 people that want work. I can give 6 people work. Lovely. Pause you, pause you. Areas are full. Got them going over there. You in there. So we got 5 more. Unpause that just so we can build some more berry collectors over here. Foragers, if you will. I mean, nothing to do in range. There's tons of berries in range. Lied to me. It lied to me. Like the whore of Babylon, it has lied to me. So we don't need these guys now in here, so they can go work out here and picking blueberries. Oh my god. Yeah, fuck yeah, deforestation. You're damn right, deforestation. I mean, we're also replanting the forest, but thanks for the bits, by the way, Perpetual Novice. Always welcome sight to see you here. Also a welcome sight to get your memes on online, so those are good too. Oh, yeah. I believe you missed it yesterday, Perpetual Novice, but we did in fact finish Resident Evil 9. It was glorious. Okay, why is this guy not working? Is he at 20 already? Oh my god, he is. He's a fast worker. Very nice, very nice. You're damn right, it's very nice. Although, I gotta say, once you stop playing as Grace, the game is no longer scary. Like, you're so focused on the action with Leon, the game is it just stops being a horror game at that point, basically. There are some scary, some jump scare moments, but it's not as impactful as it is when you have when you're playing as Grace. It's almost like the difference in Resident Evil 8 when you're playing as Ethan for like the first half of the game. The horror elements kind of get to you a bit more because you're low on it. You don't have a ton of ammo, so like your resources are low. But then once you start getting more like powerful weapons and you start getting more and more ammo, you stop being afraid because you got a boomstick. No reason to be afraid when you got a boomstick. Oh, we can't even plant over here. I wonder why he didn't plant those trees. All good. We don't need them. More people. Oh, these guys are already all done. Okay. These paused. And we're going to build some more. Yeah, these are all getting close to done. The early ones that we planted are about halfway there, just as I said before. And by the time we harvest all of these, the first sets of oak trees should be ready and getting torn down. We also don't need you guys, do we? Turn that back on. 3 of you can work here. I could get more science inventors going, but I don't really have the wood for it. I think the next stuff I'm going to want to get, though, are stairs and platforms. Just so we can eventually get down from the terrace and start collecting some more wood. We only have birch down here, only worth 1 wood each. What ones we have? We're not going to be getting these anytime soon. They're nice oak trees over here, but yeah, we're not going to be getting those anytime soon. The amount of wood it'll take to bridge ourselves over there. Although, I mean, I guess technically what we could do... Yeah, if you want to be more efficient with it, rather than building, like, say, triple platforms across and then on top of each other until you have enough to get, like, a bridge and stairs going down, you could, like, build off of, I don't know, here or something, and then build up a couple areas here to be the same level as this. Then build some off of here just to be stairs leading to this spot, and then bridge it over instead. Because the bridges are much more efficient than using platforms for going from one side to the other. Petrol Novice says, makes sense. I hope it does. I hope I'm explaining it clearly. Clear as mud. I think the next thing we're going to get is going to be the medium warehouse, so we can start filling it with blueberries. So, hold on, I'm thinking. Let's go well-being. Yes, they have rooftop terraces. Something we're going to do. So rooftop terraces have to be built on top of a roof. It's the name. But what you can actually do, instead of needing to build your own stairs, since we have stairs right here, we can build this like right over here. And then I will rework this at some point, but that's just not right now. And when I do rework it at some point, it's going to go down that way. And do that and that. Let's go here as well. So they'll build this over here. We'll use this for blueberry storage. But we're also going to use this to build a rooftop terrace on once we have enough. Face it that way. Bob's your uncle. Now we can build a road to it without having to build any extra stairs. Get yourself that rooftop terrace before you need to worry about planks and stairs. Definitely also going to want to get them a campfire going. And once we start needing to chop down more trees, we're going to want to get the teeth grindstone. Look at that. Look at that. Already filled to the brim. I was actually got nothing else to build. We're still going to keep all these over here just because once that... See, it's already filled up. So all of these, like that one and that one. Go. Next, they basically emptied out all of these. So now we can start filling them back up. Have even more berries. Ooh, look at that. Our drought is over. With that, we need some people working over there. I keep calling them people, and I keep doing so because there are no humans. The humans are all died. They've killed themselves off. These are the new people. Like, look at... Where's he at? Look at that little face. Look at that little beaver face. And listen to him speaking Beavanese. I don't know if that's what the devs have called it, but that's what I'm calling it. Beavanese. What building's unstaffed? Yes, that does not need to be staffed. These need to be staffed because we need water now. So with the folktales again versus the Iron Teeth here, folktales they get the their farmhouse is actually 2 more tiles longer, so extra like meter on the back, and you get 1 extra beaver working there. Problem with that, in my opinion, is while it calls itself the efficient farmhouse, I don't see how it's efficient. Saying that, for my reason I'm saying that is because everybody in there is still either set to prioritize planting or harvesting. I can't split them up to tell them, hey, I want 2 of you guys harvesting and 1 of you planting. To me, that would be an efficient farmhouse, not just having a 3rd person in there. That's just, I don't know. To me, that's just, okay, cool. I have an extra guy. Could have just built another farmhouse, I guess. Because, like, once you've got the other farmhouse, well, now I can prioritize differently. Make sure that while they're harvesting, more is getting planted, so that way when they're done harvesting this stuff, then the next stuff can get harvested. Have a nice cycle. Oh, look at all that wood coming in. I needs it. I wants it. Pause that one, actually. Pause, pause. Pause you. We're going to pause one of you guys. We're going to pause both of you. I want all that wood. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Get all the wood. Want to start building. They need houses. Already been 3 cycles and they haven't had houses yet. I mean, couldn't they technically sleep inside the district center? Like maybe with a penalty of some sort? Let them go chopping down trees. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey. Got 40 wood. We do have 40 wood now. I said before, I don't... For space-wise, I don't really care for those ones. Yeah, I guess it'll work here, though. could get started here. Even build that here. To get this, I can do so much more in that space. I can get 3 of them set up, so I can get 15 in the same space. Although, I mean, a little bit taller, but 8 doesn't really matter to me because I can just keep going up and up and up. So let's unlock it. It's like I can go there and there and there and there. How high can I go? Okay, there you go. That is I can build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them on top of each other right here. We can get 18 of these set up. What is that? What is that? 100 and... How many is that? Man, my brain's not mathing right now, but it's that many inhabitants. We're not going to build that high. Not right now, anyways. This is a pretty big map. We do have a lot of room. But I do like the townhouse. The row house is better. Lets me set up how I want, like fit them into little areas. Like I can put it. Look at this. Look at this. It perfectly fits right there. It's wonderful. Or like this guy. It can go over here. Bam! Look at that. Now you're next to your workplace. So you know what? We're gonna pause those at the moment because I was just thinking. Should probably get ready for the bad tide. Because that might be what comes next. We should probably get ready for the bad tide. All right, let's get one of you guys back over here. Floodgates. Only 2, so we only need, yeah, we can put 2 floodgates here and here. We'll need a triple though. Well, you know what? No, not really. 12, 24, 36. There. So we'll need to go up by 2. I can always rework this later as well. But get the floodgate. That'll be 39 wood to do these 2 plus the floodgate, whereas it's 45 wood to do a triple floodgate. And yes, I know that the water here would basically be stuck in that area and it would not be able to come out into here, but that's actually fine. Because then it just means that it stores up higher. So we can do that. And over here, we're going to have... Actually, maybe we should do it here. We'll put 2 levees here and here. Sorry, not levees. We're going to put a floodgate here and a floodgate here. Then we'll seal this in. We're going to go to there for now, so that way our beavers can go right here, so they can build this. And they'll be able to go here to build go here. Can we build to there? Show me. No, not at the moment. But we're going to build a little bit further down. And yes, now we can. So they'll be able to come over to here and build both of these from this spot here and this from here. We'll build those 2 up to there. Then once we have enough points for a floodgate, we'll put floodgates here and here. Then once we've done that, we're also going to put some levees like right here, just so that it doesn't like all spill out onto the land every single time. I mean, this is going to get built up eventually as well, so we can have more water storage in our main river. And then once this is done here, we'll start blocking it in. Actually, we'll go up to 3 there. So then we're going to do there. Actually, not even that one. We'll end up going like that. And then these 2 here. So right to there and there. It'll go there like that. So it'll be able to come out here when we have fresh water, and then during a bad tide, it'll come out this way. And then it'll also store water up to like here most of the time. It's not during the bad tides. Actually, I should probably pause these other ones because I don't want them building these yet and then making a beaver get stranded. I kind of don't even want them building any of these just yet. That's the general idea of what I want to do, but not exactly what I want them to do right now. Right now, we should probably focus on getting some more water tanks, survive whatever comes next. Right now, we definitely have enough food to survive, I believe, to survive a bad tide. We're getting close, we're getting close. Was that like another 10 days before those are done? Over here. They do some more oak trees, although some of them may die if we get a bad tide, but yeah, is what it is. Some of them may die, but that is a risk I'm willing to take. Unpause you. You guys don't have any work. Well, there you go. Well, actually, you do have work. You're not doing it because reasons. Down to 2. That guy get back to work over here. There we go. These 2 can build up the storage spaces here. Are you lazy bums full? You are. So, yeah. And it'd be nice if when they're not working, they would go and just be haulers for everybody else. That would be fantastic. Sadly, that's not how it works. 2 of you in there and 1 of you over here. No good selected. Wait, which one did I just build? Water, right? Okay. Look at that. We're up to 16 beavers now. We started with 13. We've lost quite a few to old age, but new generation is taking over. Are filled up on our kohlrabies, though. No, we're not. No, we're not. What are you guys doing? Get your stock out of here. Get up on out of here with that. Get that stuff put into storage. What are you doing? There we go. That's better. Get that storage filled up. I'm going to unpause this. I'm just going to set that to really low. Yeah, I'll set that one to regular. That way there, if there's anybody available, they can just go work into there until I need them. I like place something else down. Or until a beaver dies and they can go take over. Almost. Alright, we got enough wood over there. Yeah. 1 second. Nope. No more trees. Pause you guys. Openings here. Here. In there. Get all them blueberries. You guys can pause. Build in anything. One can work there and there. I don't think there's any space available at the other ones. One's working there. So actually, we will unpause that, but just put it to 1. We have him employed. Not really going to be doing anything, but that's okay. He can have a break. He can have a little break. And all the other beavers can be jealous that he's sitting on his butt. And they will know that Tidar was a lazy, lazy beaver. Ooh, 78%. More day to the drought. Food stores are looking pretty good. Water stores are looking good too, hopefully. And we don't want to grow too fast, because if we do, then those water stores and food stores will no longer be good. We will starve and we will die of dehydration. Screw it. Let's get some more oak trees planted. The drought has begun. How long this time? 6 days? We have enough. We definitely have enough food for 6 days. Oh, I'm going to let them pump. At least a little bit more. We do have enough. Get floodgates. Let's unlock the floodgate. Like I said, we're going to do floodgate here and floodgate here. And we are going to do floodgates here as well. Well, I'm going to wait for the drought to be over. Then we will destroy both of these. Get the wood, recollect the wood for that. And then we'll put our floodgates there. Eventually we'll replace those floodgates with other things, but now that will be fine. We'll store a bit more water than we do now. Pause. We are going to need some more planks to get that done, but we got enough planks for those too. We need logs now. %. We are so close. Oh, more wood. More wood. We need that wood. These trees almost ready. I'm getting there. 6 days left for a bunch of them. In the next 5 or 6 days, we're going to have a whole bunch of trees. Over here anyways. Yeah, maybe here too, actually. Not sure what 90% of 30 is. Off the top of my head anyways, but that should be soon. Although, no, if 10% of 30 is 3, then 90% of 30 should be 27. We should have 3 more days left. We should have 3 days left, and then we start getting a lot of wood. There you go. By the time the drought's over, a lot of these trees should be fully grown. All the wood. Okay, I think we're good on water. Pause that for now. This is going to dry up pretty soon anyways. And then all of this stuff here, well, the berry bushes will survive. The kohlrabi will absolutely die. We have a lot of that stored up, so I'm not too concerned. The reason berry bushes won't completely dry up is because they last quite a bit longer during droughts. More drought resistance. As you can see, 9 days for drought resistance, whereas the kohlrabi has 2. Any openings here? Not really. It was like... one of these had 18. Oh, there it is. Actually, what, is there another day and a half left on this one here? Yes, we got like a day and a half, and then we're going to have a whole bunch of wood. I think once that happens, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a hauling post, and again, we're going to set that. Like that there. Can do with you. We'll set that down to low priority. Once it's built, that way they will start filling the jobs in instances like this where you have somebody that is out of work and you don't really have anywhere else for them to work. Very soon this person won't be out of work though, because we're going to be opening up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We've already got some of the big trees. You have work. You guys all have work. Go ahead and take down 2 of you. 3 of them can go get started on all these trees that are going to start popping up. As soon as they chop those down, these guys will come and grab the wood and go and start finishing over here. Oh yeah, look at all that lumber coming in now. And the drought is over. You guys can get to work over there. Actually, you know what? We can open up another one of these. And this guy can stop working over here. Well, screw it. You can stop working there too. Let's get this going. I want these trees chopped down. We need them in usable form now. Okay, so you guys can get paused. I'm not building anything yet. These opened up. Although more and more trees just keep popping up now. Look at all that wood. So you guys are full, so you can get paused. And actually, you know what? We're going to open this back up and this back up. We're going to need someone else working over there. You, go work. Go forth. Give us power, give us planks. We're going to open you back up. Pause that one and that one. Now they can start building. Get that hauling post done. Get that done so we can eventually get some haulers. Make sure you guys filled up as well, pretty much. We get that done. We should probably get another storage warehouse as well for our lovely kohlrabi. And put it there. Interesting that they're building that one first when this one is technically placed first. Usually they build it in order of how you place them. Okay, there we go. So like I said, go ahead and max that out and drop that down a bit. Oh, it's because I'm dumb. It's because I had this selected and I had the construction site turned down instead of having this turned down. That's all good. It's all good. We got it figured out and we're good now. Okay, so let's get these here built. We can start making them happy. Start making them happy by giving them shelter, and then as they get happier, they'll build faster, they'll move faster, and then they'll live longer. So what's this? Tier 5, they'll build faster or they'll work faster. At tier 2, they're going to get faster running, and at tier 7, they will live 20% longer. Still need 6 more, so that'll do 5. We can build another one here. We're full. Pause that. Go there. We're going to get kohlrabi's all nice and stored away. And that house is done. There we go. Now we have enough housing for everybody. So we're going to get started on our next project here, which is this lovely thing. Gonna need to build. We can't actually build those. I want to do this. Might be easier to get the other floodgates and do double floodgates here instead. Yeah, because you know what? No, screw it. Just do it. Make it happen. Make all of this happen. Don't make this one or this one happen yet. And this one. These 3 have to wait. My thought process here is that, like, once I have these built up to height level 2, this is going to fill up and then overflow over all the sides and flood everything. But I need this space open in order to get these built because of where I'm building it. I guess I could have just broken that and then moved them down a little bit. like here and here. That's okay. We got this. We'll pause this one for now. Get them to build the bottom here. Then they can get all of these ones built. And then once we're actually no, he can finish this one. Finish this one, that'll be fine. And their bad tide's coming. There we go. So we have 62 wood, 13 planks. I need more wood. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Yeah, I can put that there. That'll be fine. This will probably start building up a bit because of the reduced flow. If I can get this built up, the top, I can then block it off here, block it off all along here, and that way when it starts overflowing, after I get this done, it's not going to overflow this way. It's going to overflow this way. And that will work out better for our beaver society. Should have enough planks now, so let's get you guys doing something else. Such as that. Oh, we're good, we're good. They found jobs, apparently. Oh, they're here, that's right. So, the thing with the hauling post, I always used to think that the hauling post would use their magical abilities of being able to carry stuff to bring it to construction sites. But I was reading something that said that they don't actually do that. I never really paid attention to see if they did. But like they can carry a lot more weight. What's he doing right now? Where is he at? I don't want to change his name. Like, look at him go. He's just getting the food and whatnot, and he'll get the water and store it all away. I used to think that they would actually come and drop wood, like the wooden planks that you need off at the construction sites. I was wrong. I was very wrong. They do not do that. If you want your constructions to go faster, yes, building more building huts will actually speed that up for you because then you'll have more people to bring the materials there. But you can use the hauling post to speed it up. It's just that you need to utilize like the small storage piles. Like you could put a small storage pile over here of logs, and then say that you want it to be prioritized and to pull from other storages, and then they'll start storing the wood over there, so it's now closer, so they don't have to go as far to get the wood to build everything. Okay. Want that built now. That's built. We can get this levee built over here. That one built after that. Then you can finish. Or you can finish that now, I guess. Look at all the trees we have. Look at them all. More wood than we know what to do with. But we're going to pause you two. I want more wood. Make it so. We have one, you know what? We got 1 day left before the bad tide. I want to see if we can pull a 24-hour shift to get this done. If I can get this done, that would be fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, unpause that. Get their butts over here. Get those built. Let's go, beavers. See what I mean? Now it's going to start going over top this way. This is going to eventually flood that way. I can't close this yet. Oh, here, I can open that up. I can't close this off yet because they need to be able to get to these ones here. I got to build this one. Oh, that's built. Okay, now we need these two can be done right now. This is on that one. And then we'll do that one, and then we'll be able to build this one. A little bit of flooding, but manageable so far. And it looks like the bad tide's going to end up starting. That's going to suck, but whatever. We've got enough food and water stored up. I think we'll be okay. A bunch of blueberries will die. Kohlrabi will die over here, but and the trees will die here. But these ones are already adults, so it doesn't matter. You know what? Close that. I could force all that way. Maybe it'll work a little bit. All right, it's working a little bit. Ooh, crap. Okay, so problem with my plan there. Okay, so I think as long as it's going to stick to this area here, we're fine. I'm just going to tell them not to cut these right now. Because if they go in the bad water, they're going to get sick. And I do not have a cure for them at the moment. And I won't, with these guys, I won't for a while. Unless they've made changes. No. Decontamination pod, you need extract. Make extract. You need a centrifuge. And a bad water pump. You have to pump out bad water. Use a centrifuge to turn it into extract. Then you can get a decontamination pod. Put the extract in to heal them. But you also need metal and gears for that. We are not set up for that. But we're just going to leave it the way it is. It can drain out that way. You know what? It's actually working pretty much as intended. We'll call that a win. Like I said, all those trees died. These trees all died. Sadly, these died before they could grow to full maturity, but is what it is. At least we protected the other stuff. Okay, what else do we want to build right now? Not a lot of food. The 11 cycles. Was this 12 cycles total? This is a long one. We should be fine as long as it doesn't give us back-to-back bad water events. I had that happen once, where it gave me 4 bad water events back-to-back. It completely just destroyed me because it happened at this cycle, and then for the next few cycles, we kept getting bad water, or the bad tides. Pause that. The haulers will also go and put stuff in here, so let's prioritize those. Pause you. More wood going. All right, well being 5. They really want wet fur. You guys are done again. We do have enough wood now. We can probably just go ahead and build ourselves a large industrial pile. I'm gonna put it full of stuff there. Yeah. All right, we'll put the large industrial pile over here. Oh, it's not too far. Actually, wait, hold on a second. Delete that. Do it this way. Oh, wait, it's just down the road from the lumber mill. Logs in there. So let you guys do your job there. And campsite set up, or campfire, I should say. Let's put it over here. And we'll put a rooftop terrace here. Oh, they won't have enough. Oh, they don't need planks for that. Okay. What was I thinking they need planks for? I don't know. Look at that. We got 2 spaces. We could build another house there. So I'm gonna reduce these down to just one guy doing that. It's more planks made. No, I got 2 guys working in here, but I want them to be able to go and grab items and move them around as needed. Although, fuck, they already filled up that entire pile. Oh, neat thing with these guys, yeah, their large industrial piles can be built on top of each other. The folk tales, they cannot build on top of each other for them. Alright, so after this bad tide is over, our next step is going to be building over here. So specifically, we're going to want to get that. So let's get this back up and running. And yeah, you're still helping out. So I want to get that back up and running so we get to 250 so we can unlock the double floodgates so we can put those here. Eventually I might change it over to triples, but you know, no, probably not. Well, yeah, no, double's fine. Double's fine. Get the double floodgate set up here, and we'll slowly get all of this set up along here and along here with levees, and then same with right up to here. Nice levees. Actually, I might even go, like, do the levees like just literally along the wall, like cliff's edge here. And that way there it stores more water for us. Okay, so enough planks for now, anyways. We'll work over there. Although, actually, no, we can get you guys working into the blueberry industry. A couple of you, anyways. I think. You're still really full on blueberries, eh? All right, just one then. All right, we got 7 days left. We still have 1,000 food and 326 water. I think we're doing good. Although if we were to try to grow our population more, we would not be doing good water-wise. So let's actually get some more storage set up for that. In particular, I want to get some storage over here for water. It's not as far away. Let's go. We're going to get one over here. And so that they get water at different points, basically. And I want this one to obtain, so it's going to pull from other warehouses. Like that right there. So these guys will actually go and grab from the other tanks to bring to this one. That way there we have another water source closer to where some of the homes are all at. That's my logic on it anyways. Actually, wait, get rid of that. Put it here. And again, water a little bit closer to all that. We'll do 2 more here. With the same setup. That copy over? Oh, it does. It also copies over the settings you have on it. There you go. They'll start moving them over to here. That way it's a bit more everywhere for everyone when they go to get their water. A little bit less travel time for them. They can have more time doing fun things like sitting around the burning charcoal or sitting around the burning wood. All the fun things. As you can see, our water's dried up. All these are going to die. The blueberry plants are good for 8.8 days, so we don't have to worry about those. Those will be fine. All the kohlrabi is absolutely going to die. Actually, you know what? Now that that's that's gone, then let's do this. Just realized I should have kept that one there until I had the other one built. That was dumb. All right, whatever. Build that here. That'll do the same effect. But it also means that we're going to need more planks. Builders, yes. Build that there. That'll let us build over here. And we have 250, so unlock that. I'm not going to put this here yet, because once I do, it's going to push these out of the way, and sometimes it'll drop them down here, and I'm not entirely sure if they can grab from there to there. Sometimes they can. Like, I know they can build down there from up here. I just don't know if they can grab. I don't know if they're programmed to grab like that or not. So, neat thing I learned about rubble. 1 sec. Ooh. Big yawn. Okay. Something I learned about rubble after you've destroyed one of your buildings is that it's not your hauling post will not move that stuff. I thought they did because it's resources. No, your builders move that stuff. People that are less efficient at moving moving materials are the ones that move this stuff. I don't understand that. It should be a hauling post. I mean, they should be able to do it too, but it should be like one of the hauling posts main things to do. More logs left there. So if I build there, it should push to here. Should. We're gonna try it out. That, or we're gonna lose two logs. Ooh, it went up there. Okay. So let's get these moved out of the way. Oh, another dumb thing though that I think they should change is that we got the rubble sitting here, 15 logs. This thing needs 20. Why don't they just grab from there and put it to here? Instead, they have to grab from here and put it in a pile, and then they can take it. They should just have, they should try to program the rubble similar to, your lumberjack flag building or your gatherer flag building, where this is stored, technically, but it's stored in such a way that it needs to supply it to a pile or another, or your warehouses, so that way there it would still be able to get moved from here to here or from here to here. I don't know why they haven't done that. That to me just seems like something that you would do. I don't know, that's me. Get it? We got no more storage space left. All right. Well, we might lose those 3, or they just might go somewhere else. We'll find out. Ooh, ooh. All right, that was good. Like I said, sometimes it drops them off the side. So we go. They'll build the double floodgates. Put that down to 0.7. That way, once we do start flooding this area again, they'll do that. Then said I want to put a couple over here. Although actually I'm gonna want to put that like most of the way actually. At least like that. Because we really only need to go up by one more. All the way down to the end. All the way down to here. And actually we're gonna want to build more platforms here. But the plants are dead there, so we're gonna want to build that way. But we will get rid of these eventually. For now, we can build up this side of the river. Actually, wait, didn't I say? Yeah, I said I was going to do that. Let's do this. Nope. Build here. Like that. That'll be that side for it. And we'll build. So the reason why, oh, also the reason why I put 2 over here as opposed to just 1 is because when this starts flowing over and this is actually filled up too high, there's a chance that this will spill out and spill over here. I'd rather have it so it's just protected. Like if it's going to spill out, it can spill out over here. You guys there. Let's get another lumberjack going. Two and a half days. Oh wait, I'm still on 24 hours, aren't I? I'm a slave driver. There we go. 16 hours. That's better. Give them time to rest. Now they can become happy by using the campfire and the rooftop terrace. Look how benevolent I am. I have allowed them time for leisure. No one cannot say I am not a benevolent overbeaver. I am the most benevolent of all overbeavers. No matter what the folktales may say. Oof, 106 water left for 1.5 days. Let us hope that that is enough. I think it's enough for 18 beavers, but we're going to find out. Also, more reason why we need to make sure to probably get another, have a third water pump going. Well-being high score 6. Yay! One more of those, and then we'll, what's the next thing they get? They get, they'll live longer. Once they start living longer, it also means that we're going to have more beavers. Like, continuous. Like, we'll be able to grow our population a little bit higher. Come on, come on. And also, once this is actually done, we're basically just going to watch for it to start turning a little bit blue, because it doesn't have to be like fully rid of the bad water before you release it into here. As long as there's enough water mixed into it, it will stop poisoning the land next to it. And you can start pumping the water when there's a mixture in it. It's slower when it's a mixture. There we go. Let's put that up. Back down. and then release the floodgate. Okay. So we want that there. Get built right now. And then we can delete the roads here, and we can build another one over here. What if some of them just got happy because they walked into the water? Wet fur is one of their things they like. Do that. And levy there. Max that out. Once that one's done, we'll be able to close this one off completely, and we will have finished it. Finished our lovely little area to prevent bad water from getting into our main water supply. Only 5 of them got wet fur. That's not a whole lot. We can start cutting over here again. We don't need this many of these anymore. Now that we have storage. We might build some more later on just to harvest all the stuff faster once we have more beavers, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. Oh, crap. Okay, we got water back, right? Everyone's good to go. We need this done now. All right, perfect. Get pumping. Or we start losing people to dehydration. That's 0.7. Let's try 0.8. And that's, so yeah, okay, 0.8 is a little bit too high. So that's the other thing as well. This is set to 0.8, so it'll be 0.8 here. The water down here goes higher. So you've got to take that into consideration when you decide how high you want that. Although once we have this all done properly along here, we don't have to worry about that. Robbies are getting grown again. Water's a pumping. Okay, I want colors to prioritize these. And they don't need to prioritize these now. Okay, so that one's done. Close that one up. And this does not have to be there. We can now go up to 0.8. Maybe even 0.9, depends. We're going to find out. Once it balances itself, once the pressure balances out. Might even not, I don't know. We'll find out. Although let's go to 0.95 there. That way if it does go too high, it can just go off the side there. That's good though. Bit of extra water. And look at that. See what I mean? Now it's green over here. And then this area here, we can grow more trees in, and it won't actually, it won't kill these trees during a bad tide because we'll just be pushing it out that way. Eventually what I'm going to want to do though is get explosives and bomb this down. Remove these, bomb this down, be the same level as this stuff here. And then we can put in, not the fill valve, but throttling valves here. And then levees on top. And then have those set up so it once it senses the bad water. Actually, not even once it senses the bad water. I can have it set up on, where is it at? Weather. Contamination might be easier before weather station. Maybe. When do we get tappers? Any metal for that? No. Okay, so actually we might be able to get that one first. The weather station, basically once it detects it can detect droughts, regular weather, or bad tides. If it detects the bad tide, you can set it so that it'll turn on when it detects the bad tide, or you can have it set so it turns on when it detects temperate weather. But in this instance here, we'd want it set up to detect the the bad tide weather. And once that happens, it would actually crank open this side on its own, so we don't even have to worry about it. And it would close this, and we can set to close that side. Although to close that side, you would also need a relay and turn it into a not. The signal would have to be a not signal. Like the relay would be attached to like your weather station. Weather station set to bad tide, turn on. It turns on, this opens, relay attaches to it as a not relay. This connects to the not relay, and this closes. So automates the process for you. Already day 5, we're only at 148 water. We need more water, people. Let's get, we're going to be going up this high from now on. Let's get this set up. Oh, we're going to need these here. Another layer here. Water pump here and here. The reason why we did this is so we can have stairs. Go up to it. Across there. End up putting some more pumps in here. Have enough for, yeah, I got enough. Okay, 150. That we'll just build into the water a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's do that here too. That's what I want to do. Put that there. Just there. Okay, pump, 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 pump. Stairs can go here. There we go. So, I want these built now. Get that there set up as high priority, and we'll do this one as high priority. That way we can get 3 of them going. Oh no, not 2 buildings unstaffed. It's going to be the 2 low priority ones. Definitely. Actually, you know what? Get 2 high priority on. I want this one built ASAP so we can get somebody else pumping water. And then they can worry on focusing on the next one. See, look at that. Look at that. They're screwing us again. They're sending us another damn bad tide. Screwing with me, I'm telling you. Should be able to go up a little bit higher than 0.7 now. Try 0.8. See how high it gets on this end. The goal is just to store as much water in here as we possibly can before that bad tide hits. Okay, 0.8 looks like it's good. If we go any higher, it will start spilling out. At least until we get this set up, remove these, and then finish building levees along here. Guys, you need to work 24 hours. We need this stuff down, unlike now. Stop the sleep and it. Unlock the builder's hut as well, so we can start building some of those after. Go. This one built. Got another guy working. But lower the priority on this. need them focusing on this basically. That just like that, we're already down to 22 wood. All the stuff we built. I think some of these are almost done. Got like 3 days left. These will finish during. These will start popping up a day and a half into the bad tide. But we really need this water going. Like, oh, got 1.3 days to finish filling all this stuff up. If the last bad tide was 12 days, next one maybe 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't really know how much it goes up by, but I just know it goes up. Number goes up. Beavers don't like. Oh, they're upset. Oh, why are they upset? Because they're hungry. There is food. You're allowed to eat and drink. I've told you this. Sleep by passing out on the ground. Perfect. Oh, that guy's homeless apparently. What? Negative. Not you working on this at all. Stop it. Shh. I said stop it. You guys can stop as well. There's red wood anyways. 12 more wood to get that going. There you go. Efficiency can go up now because we've got haulers coming in to take the water out. Tide's about to start. Opens the floodgate. My standpoint. Care if you flood it a little bit. Maybe a little bit. There we go. All the way up. Oh, okay. This is actually a much nicer bad tide experience. That's nice. And we should actually have enough water stored up for 8 days. Although we got 20 beavers now, so maybe not. Maybe we do. Guess we'll find out. More wood. We can get stuff built. And since we're not gonna do here and here right now, we can get all that. But put a small storage over here for this. The logs. I want that one to grab from the other warehouse. Oh. But you may also notice I'm not actually putting corners in. Like, I'm not going to put it here. Water won't flow out. Oh, that's all good. We need to get rid of some of these plants. That one. That one. All right, that'll be good. Get another pile over here, maybe? No. Oh, no. Thinking something closer for this stuff here, but not really gonna work. Oh, need to go closer, at least for a moment. Okay. Take out that bush. Hopefully that'll get us closer. Oh, we can come off the 24-hour shift. Oh, we don't need. Everyone can go have happy times again. You know what? We're going to cancel these. They're going to keep dying out anyways. And with this here. Everything else is fine though. Wood. Getting wood. Enough? Not enough. Okay, take this one out. That close enough? Okay, so we'll have to get this built up. Then we can get rid of these. Another thing we can eventually do here with this setup. Simplicity's sake, we could put in some like triple levees in here or something, and then we also have to like raise this stuff up here, but then make it go this way. Or we could build platform, simple platforms up to here, or even just here. But I mean, I want to go to. I think I want to go to here. So we bring that along here, like all the way over to here. We can gradually come down, like lower and lower with the platforms. Then what we do is we put down the impermeable floor on top of them, and next to and then also we'd have stuff at the sides there, so that way there's levees on either side. But then we have ourselves effectively an aqueduct that would go from here to here and just drop all that bad water out without even putting it down here. That, or we get dynamite and we blow holes through here. As far as getting rid of this bad water over here, whenever it shows up, since this is its own water source, something we can do for this one is, so during temperate weather or during droughts, once we're closer to here anyways, we can get our beavers to come up here. We can blow some tunnels in here all the way out, and then we put some what are those things called again? Throttling valves right here and throttling valves over here. And then we make sure that we also put levees on top of them until Like it completely boxes this area in. And like I said, we blow holes all the way over to here. So then every time there's a bad tide, this would start filling up, sure, but then it's all going to go out that way. And then when there's no bad tide, all the fresh water can just come out. The other sources, they just need to be capped. Which these guys have the bad water discharge. So the folktails, they have a setup so that they can actually like they have a bad water rig, or they have like just a tap that completely seals it, one or the other. But the bad water rig is a workstation that they can go to, and they can pump out bad water directly from the source. Bad water discharge, though, this thing's nice because it allows bad water to flow even during a drought. While you can't use that to be drinkable water, you can use that to power things during a drought. And if you need more bad water to harvest, then you can set that up so it opens up based on how high the levels are in your reservoir of bad water. So we can keep pumping more out. Doing too horrible so far. Got some extra guys here. Got a couple on that. Couple more lumberjack flags go. Yeah, sure, why not? There and there's fine. So have one guy working over here. For now, anyways. Two beavers that need houses. But you there. Oh, there we go. We got our first beaver with broken teeth. Want to go to well-being, and we're going to need a teeth grindstone. Right there's good. We'll get to all the stuff. Yes. So let's put that to max because I need that built. Although I think the beaver who had broken teeth just died of old age. It kind of worked itself out. Yeah, the grindstones. Oh, there he is. I thought he died of old age. Whatever. It's neat because it says it's a grindstone, but it's just wood. It's just wood spinning around and grinds their teeth. Interesting little fact that I learned the other day. I learned that beavers do in fact have favored types of trees that they like to eat. Like they don't eat the wood, they do eat the bark, both the inner and the outer bark. And yeah, they actually do have preferred trees. I believe oak is not one of them. Oak is like lower on the list, but it's because oak is high in tannin, so they don't really like it for taste wise. So we pumped out all that water. Okay, it's about to start anyways. On a brand new day. Let's look at the automation. What do we need for this? Contamination, not going to be getting any time soon. Metal. Weather needs treated lumber. We're not going to get that anytime. Depth sensor needs scrap metal. Flow sensor and levers. Yeah. Hit the levers like, oh yeah, manually controlled signal. Great first step towards automating settlement. I mean, I guess that can be good for like I guess that can be good for Just like having one thing that you click and then it like opens all of a specific floodgate and then close, and then you can have a not relay set up to it, and then it would just close all of them rather than going through and clicking every single one. I guess that would be helpful for there. Assuming that you don't have to wait for a beaver to go and actually do it and it just lets you do it. If you have to wait for a beaver to do it, then better be something that gets done like ASAP. Okay, so like I said before, we can go ahead and close that. We can open that. Yes, there's bad water there. However, there's enough water mixed in that it's not going to poison the land. Let's go ahead and open this down to like 0.5 because there's going to be excess water through. And let's get the pumps going. Go. Got our water. Actually, we got this set up all the way back to here. Oof. Probably very successfully go up to like point at this point. And once we get this finished, we'll probably go up to 0.9, maybe 8. Oh no, actually no. Once this is all done, we'll be able to go past 0.9. We'll go up to like 1.8. Let's delete these roads here because we don't need those now. I'm gonna leave these platforms because I might end up building more platforms on top later on, just to like get into this area. Levees. That road. Here, we're also going to put one here. I know I said earlier where you don't have to worry about like water getting through here, but because of this, the way it works, it can spill out all sides. But without this here, it would be able to spill out this way, as well as this way. We don't want that. That's not what we want. We're iron teeth. We're beavers of efficiency. Making sure that our levees and dams do not flood. What guys we have in here? We got 2. We got somebody started there and here. Get them started. These are done. We probably won't need 4 builders going all the time. Once we got this situation all nice and set up, then I think we'll start looking into growing some of the other foods. And we won't be able to grow mangrove trees in here because of the fact that we're going to be bringing this up higher. I guess we could always set aside a little spot of this for mangrove trees. Like we would need to do some like another set of double floodgates, like maybe back right here. If we did that, now this can fill up 2, and then we can keep this down to 1. But that kind of defeats the whole purpose of everything I just did. What we'll do instead is we'll get rid of those. We're gonna let that fill up. Oh, look at that right there. Perfect. This section here can grow some mangrove trees. Look at that. We did it. Go ahead and delete some of these roads. Yeah. That road can stay. Right here, though, let's delete that path. We're going to want to put stairs over here. And we'll delete that path, and we're going to put more stairs here. There we go. Lovely stairs. That way they'll be able to go up and over. And we finally have this done, so let's go up to 0.8, or 1.8. Look at that. Look at all the green coming back to the wasteland. It's beautiful. There's a goal. Make this entire thing green. I wonder if there's an achievement for that. I didn't actually look through the achievements to see that source. See what I mean? 1.8 was too high. It was too high, people. Back down to 1.7. We flooded everything. We've ruined Christmas. Put this up too. No, it's all flooded. It all went wrong. Geez, 1.7 still not. Yeah, still too much. It'll sort itself out, right? Dump the water. Too much. Down to 1.5 then. Clearly that was too much water for us. Now we gotta wait for that to dry out. See what I mean by the flux? See what I mean by the fluctuation? Some more levees in. Should all clear up hopefully soon. As long as more water doesn't keep getting added to it. Got that. Food-wise. Yeah, so to get the mangrove trees, you need to use forester, who will then plant the mangrove trees for you, and then you just use a gathering flag to gather them. So to do that, who's going to work here? If I head here, can't get that far. I'm going to want to build it on top of like this. Even still, like maybe we're gonna, yeah. I don't want to build it like here, but up. Right about there, probably. Actually, but no, not like that. Trying to make sure I don't use any of the land, like any of the actual ground there. What about here? Go food, we go wood, go forester. Up there. And let's go there. Let's delete that. Put 2 height one there. Put that here. I know we're using extra wood to do this, but I'm just doing my best to make sure that we're not going to be going onto the land at all. I guess I could always move it back again one more. You know what? Yeah. Right? We're redoing it. Move it back another one. I'm gonna go there. We also still have to build something so that like they can harvest all of it, right? But we'll get there. Do that there. That there. Now we can have this. Oh, wrong way. There's here. Bob's your uncle. We now have all of that. Still can't get those last 2. You know what? That should still be enough. No, no, maybe. We move it over. If we move it over 1. Try that. Go. Goes there. There. What if I do this? All right, that'll work. Like that there. Get rid of that one. And going to need to be able to get to here. Wrap around there. Going to cut into this stuff. Probably just go right here. Remove plants. Go here. Remove these plants. Then we can put stairs here, path here, path here. Prioritize this because I want to get the road and the stairs set down. You like go away, water, like please. I don't want my trees to die. I want them to live. That would be, there we go. Now my trees can live. All right. Go ahead and put this here, put stairs here. There we go. That'll work. Set this for mangrove trees. Do need to set up to have somebody harvest all of it, which I think should be good here. Get all of it? That can get all of it. Look at that. Just like that, we have this area set up. Once mangrove trees are grown, then this guy's not going to have to worry about working over here for a while. I don't want to put a couple more. I don't want to put a couple more levees here, but yeah, I can do that. I always add more of these down here after if I want to, or if I need to, I should say. $600 water saved up. We got 22 beavers now. They're living longer. Hope that's enough to last. I mean, we'll have this too, but I'm more so hoping to like leave this so we can get these mangrove trees grown. Pause that for now, because got nothing to do until this is built anyways. Don't need this right away either, because we don't even need this guy until all of these have grown, so it's going to take 20 days in total after planting. Once I get this set up and started, I'm gonna build another storage space for the blueberries so I can get rid of all of these posts over here and use that land for something else now. Probably should have went up a little bit higher with this before the actual drought started, but that's all right. Something else I could have done. Could have put a single um, floodgate here, and then just cracked this open to fill this area up, and then it could have kept all this area green. Like it would have made it further green out here. And technically, if I build out a bit, I could also use that as a pumping area. So do that. No available workers. There's now. Oh, somebody's injured. Oh. For that, we need a medical bed. Where do I want to put it? Let's put it here. Looks like a nice spot. Go ahead and pause these guys. They can go back work over here. Oh, geez, you guys are all filled up, eh? Oh, lots of them. He's gonna get these lovely mangrove trees planted. Dude, let's stop pumping because they are going to take all that water. And as it stands right now, I do not think that this is going to last 7.5 days. These long as the water here lasts for another couple of days, these will be fine. They won't die. Once he's done planting, I'm going to go ahead and pause him at that point. We won't need him over there. We can do something else, more valuable. Get. Like I said, it was like this area here is where the trees all died. You can see where all of them died. So, go ahead and get some oaks here. Just to get us another little section of them. I'll look at base now. Next goal. Our next goal is going to be come down into here. So we're going to get this here. Go down there. Really need like that. That down, and I have no real need to go to there, so down. Going to give us access to these trees. All this extra land over here. And if I want to get really ambitious, we could turn this into a giant reservoir as well. We could set it up. How tall is this? 1, 3, what, 4 tall? Oh, that is. Yeah, 4 tall. It's set levees up along here. And go all the way along here, all the way along here to this. And do some levees over here. Up. And like say bring it on into here. Have ourselves floodgates so we can fill that. Then have another floodgate here so the river can continue on. That would be a lot. Need a lot of wood for that. But it would put a lot of water here for us for being able to pump out whenever it felt like. And by doing that, this whole area would turn green. I don't know about how far it would, but it'd at least be probably here. Either that, or if we're not, if we don't, are not really concerned about water availability for pumping, then we could just put like levees over here, and then just build this up a little bit. That way we can spill some water this way. Maybe close this section off here, and then have a huge mangrove area. Or have mangroves and an area, mangrove trees, and also an area for was it Lidos? Lidos? They have those? Yeah, they got those, right? Oh, they got swimming pools. Cordon lanes for providing a submerged full body workout without interference. Yeah, the swimming pool is something that has to go like here. And they go up to it, and then they can do some lane swimming. Oh, planks again. Okay. We have so much wood. I will get at least a small stockpile going of planks. You'll be able to have 33 maximum at a time. Well, let's also get another large stockpile going. Wood. I like to go. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna go here. But stairs here. One of these here. So when I go to build the next one, it'll go on top, and then this will continue on. It'll continue on a little bit, and then like go up right here. The next platform. And then we'll do it again, and then again, and then again, and then again. And have a giant tower of logs. There we go. The mangroves have 15 days apparently. I thought it said 6, but yeah, drought resistant 6 days. Well, now it says 15. Is it 15 because the soil's technically still water, but they're not submerged? I'm gonna assume that's the case. It's because they're not submerged anymore, but there's still water next to them. Right, 4 days, and then we'll get this filled back up nicely. You know what? I'm gonna not put. I got a reason for that. Whatever. So my reasoning for this is I want to put a couple more levees here. I want to put a couple more levees here to give me a little bit of extra protection I can have this a little bit higher. Really comes down to it, I will move all of this over here and just put a few more. With that, I'm also going to put that there, this here, and be there. So 4 and 4. Pumps can go here. I'll get rid of that after. Get rid of that now. And that there. Oh, that'll work out nice. My God, both of our log piles are filled. Oh, geez. All right. Do another one. All the log piles. Log piles to the moon. To the moon with the log piles, I tell you. There, now they can build that. We'll have another 180. I'm gonna build this head over here. It's also gonna be a little bit less. Oh wait, sorry. Build that. Make that less. There we go. That's what I meant to do. I'm gonna go red with this one. I want more of them working over here. Get my stuff built faster. Thinking about it now, another thing we can do that would at least help us during droughts. Although, help us during droughts, but would harm us otherwise. Although, something we can do to get more green over here is we can turn like this area is going to get destroyed whenever there's a bad tide, right? Then instead, we can go like this, and we'll have a separate reservoir over here. And the separate reservoir, that, yeah, so our separate reservoir that we do over here. Leave that open for now so we can get into here. What we're going to want to do is get all that built up. Actually, you know what? Keep one of these. We're paused for now. We're going to get this all built up. And then we can put another floodgate here. So we can keep this area filled up to a specific height. And then whenever there's a bad tide, we just close that and we have this water stored here. This water being stored here is just to feed the this area over here, get some more green this way so we can plant some more trees up here. More trees means more logs for the future. Yeah, I forgot I could do that. All right, here it comes. There for the water. Let the waters flow. There we go. You know what? I don't need to pause that. What I can do, make this work, is I can put a floodgate here. And we can just delete this one after. We'll lose some wood because I'm not going to go back to get it. But at least I don't have to worry about flooding the area at all. I think that's more important. All right, mangroves are happy now. Let's try going up to 0.7, 1.7. See if that's too much. Will that flood it? It's close. Ooh, we're getting close. Gonna flood it? Is it gonna flood it? All right, looks like we're okay. Looks like we're stabilizing. We're not flooding ourselves out. But we're almost done over here. So much more help when you actually have more beavers doing stuff. All right, that's nice. It's flooding over here instead. I'll take that. A win. It's at 0, so actually we can go up now. Looks like 0.8 at 9.5, so we can flood that way as needed. There you go. It's flooding off, hopefully more to these sides more often, if it's needed to do that. This built tomorrow, and we'll destroy this. I know, we built this tomorrow. Make sure it's right. There we go, up all the way. Then we can get another levee built here. Oh, drought approaching. Right, so this can go away. If they can reach that. Oh, they can reach it. Nice. Okay, and then throw a levee in here. And this is going to be our little storage area just to make this green over here. Crack that open. This is, what's this open? 0.8? 0.8 should work over here. Go 7.5. Get that to go up. Okay. Now we'll go to 0.8. Should stabilize. About 0.8 there. Let's try go. Let's see how close I can get it. Okay, so it has just stabilized and it's going up this way right now. If I were to go up 1. Okay, close that, open this back up. Okay, there we go. I think we did it. We got a nice little storage area and we got more tree area to grow over here. Like I said, this area here, we do not have to worry about the bad tide because it'll be locked into here and just flowing out that way. More trees. How far can you go? You can go to here. Right? Here. A road through here. Just like that. This also acts as an extra little bit of a reservoir for when we have droughts. We can, if this starts getting too low for the mangrove trees, we can always crack this open and just let it come out. Oh, looks like we did get a little bit of water in here, eh? As long as it doesn't keep doing that. And I really wanted this to actually work. I wish I could help out a little bit here like this. That'll prevent it from filling over just a little bit more there. Not by much, but a little bit. Mangrove's doing. Another what? Another day or two? Yeah, like 2 more days for the mangrove trees to be done growing, for some of them anyways. Then additional 10. So 12 days total before we start getting food from that one. All right. You can close. Only 9-day drought. That's good. That's good. Handle that. Oh, here. And you can't go here. That's okay. We'll deal with that. We'll work with it. Don't need any more planks right now, so you guys can go do something else. Look at that. We're all prepped and ready for lots of logs. Food's doing good. Water's doing okay. Should be enough to last us. Need to start getting gears in order to get a medium tank. Definitely more efficient wood-wise, but it takes more production to get to the point where you have that many gears. Eventually, it'll become trivial, but it isn't trivial yet. I don't want someone working there. I'd rather have you down here. Pause these. probably release some of this water. Yeah, like that. All right. That'll help them. Look, there we go. 10 days, we'll start getting our first sets of mangrove fruits. That. Want this going. Pause that gather our flags and there's nothing to gather. I mean, there's that. I think you can also gather all that, actually. You know what? Yeah, go for it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Didn't I say I was going to build another storage space for that? It did. I did say that. There, and blueberries. Already full. Oh, crap, whatever. What can we do in extra food? We can go ahead and start growing some cassava. I have a lot of extra space for that at the moment. But we can do it down here. Yeah, we could do that. Rid of all this wood. All these trees, I should say. Get another farm set up. Go all the way down to here, eh? We can plant up there too. Extra spots. Oh man, if I had moved this out one more, I would have been able to plant here. Might do that actually. Everybody go home. Copy that, put that there. Delete that. Bob's your uncle. Now we can plant there. Terrace farming. Road over here. That way we can access this later. Oh no, they'll get all this lovely cassava going. So the neat thing with the fermenter, so you take As you can see here, we take 4 cassava and they ferment it for 2 hours, and then we get 10 fermented cassava. Somehow we get more food out of it. I don't know how that works, but it works. Then eventually you get soybeans and canola oil. 3 hours later, you turned 6 soybeans and 1 oil into 20 fermented soybeans. You get a lot out of that. Let's put their small industry pile over here. And logs. Just so there's logs that they can easily access to build stuff over here. Right, drought is almost done. Another couple days. Tree farming is going quite nicely. I think I'm going to put some more down here. I don't think that, yeah, this section here should also do fine without and not die. Once I've got my water storage all sorted out, I'll start growing the I'll like build another breeding pod to get the population up higher. Okay, what's the problem? People are hungry. There's lots of food. Go eat. What are you guys doing? Oh, I've set you 24 hours again, didn't I? I gotta stop doing that. These poor beavers. My poor fellow beavers. I did not mean to forget that I had you working 24 hours a day. That was a mistake. So please, vote for me again in the next election. Still fine. Let's get some decorations. They like shrubs. A nice shrubbery. Want a shrubbery. Shrubberies kicking around. It's neat if you put things like your shrubbery down here. Now, these 2 people and anybody that uses this campfire will get the effects of the shrub while they're in the building. It's a neat little thing they did. Okay, now we're gonna get you to get some more of this cassava. 4 more days and we'll have mangrove fruits. The beavers will be very happy. How's everybody's shrubbery doing? Ooh, almost everyone is happy with shrubberies. Put another one here. So it'll keep these people happy with shrubberies. Another one here. That way anyone who comes up these stairs also be happy with shrubberies. Oh, here we go. 8. Crack that open. And make sure this is open. We're going to go to like 1.5 because the excess pulsing is going to end up flooding everything otherwise. 0.9. And once this fills up enough, we're just going to close it. That'll do. Right now. A little bit came off the size, but that's okay. This here can go down to 0.8. We'll get those going. .5 is the best choice for over here right now. How long we got on these? Oh, we're about to get some. Okay. So, need a fermenter now. Fermenter needs power. Nice, I can fit this in to there. Let's not do there. Let's do... I guess I could put that there. And eventually I'm going to need to get the lumber mill. That could go there, and then I can put gears, gear workshop right here. That'll work. Now, though, power there. Make cassava. Also put a small warehouse by this guy. Put it here because I know after I'll be able to do that. I'll fit there. But this here is going to hold regular cassava. Then we're going to get a medium warehouse. Let's go up here. Then this one. Fermented cassava. Wonderful. Go there like that. Gives us another access point. Easy one for him anyways. So, I said I was going to get more water storage. Do that. Yay, new high score. Well, new high score for now. For this game. Definitely had higher than that. Ooh. Tomorrow's gonna be Mangrove Day. Mangrove Fruit Day. Bad tide. Bad tide approaching. And like I said, this is gonna be a nice little zone here to keep this stuff watered, and we won't have to worry about the bad tide because we'll just toss it out the side. Water's coming along nicely. Let's get another breeding pod set up. I think that's everything we needed to build right now. I'm gonna pause that because I want to get, well, I was hoping to get them. Oh, there we go. Pause that. There we go. Now we have them. So they can go ahead and make them prioritize these places. I really want them to help out with storing the water so these guys can focus on pumping. What does a well-being of 9 do anyways? He's at 10. Being 12 will get the movement speed up again. And well-being 17 will increase life expectancy. Though 15 will get us even faster with working. That'll be nice. Where's our first source of iron? First source of iron is going to be this. So, you know what? I am actually going to need to end the stream and call this a night. I didn't realize how late it was getting. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna call her there. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming out. I've been the Daft Canuck, and you've been a wonderful audience.